All right, let's forget the price charts and all the market noise for a second. What if the real story in Web3 isn't about the price, but about the progress? Today, we're going to pull back the curtain and look at the actual code being shipped, the platforms being scaled up, and the products getting built. This is the real pulse of progress.
Real progress isn't just some number flashing on a screen. It's the foundational tech getting stronger and faster. It's whole new economies being designed from the ground up. And it's the blueprint for the future being laid down brick by digital brick right now. So today, let's take a look at what that actually looks like on the ground.
First up, let's head down to the engine room. This is where the real horsepower is being built. We're talking about those absolutely crucial upgrades to speed, stability, and scale. The stuff that makes everything else we're going to talk about even possible.
So a perfect example of this is Nuvola Drive. They are making a massive leap here, going from just a single server to a truly global network. Think of it like going from one little local shop to a worldwide chain. And they're not just using any servers. They're on bare metal clusters. We're talking serious, high-performance hardware in the US, Europe, and Asia. For you, the user, what does this mean? It means way faster uploads, quicker downloads, and a much, much more reliable system as they build out their decentralized cloud. And speaking of upgrades, check out how FarmBot is handling their huge V2 migration. This is how you do it, folks. They've laid out a super clear step-by-step plan for everyone. They're even upfront about a little temporary glitch. Your balance might vanish for a moment while the data gets moved over, but they're clear. Don't be alarmed. It's just a masterclass in communicating clearly during a really critical transition. Okay, so once you've got these supercharged platforms, what do you actually build on top of them? Well, that brings us right to our next section, designing new economies. This is where things get really interesting, where projects are completely rethinking how value, access, and even money itself works. With that V2 update, FarmBot also rolled out a brand new fee structure. And it's pretty smart. It's designed specifically to fight spam. You can see they have a small flat fee on Cardano, a percentage on other chains, but, and this is key, no fees at all on base tokens like ADA or Solana. But here's the best part for their community. If you hold a Hug NFT, you get a 50% discount on all of those fees. It's a great way to reward your most loyal users. As part of this new economy, FarmBot is also launching a premium subscription. And look at that price. It starts at just $10 a month. So the big question is, what does that $10 actually get you? Let's dive in. The jump from the free to the premium tier is pretty huge. Now, the free version is still awesome. You get unlimited tipping, token raffles, the basics. But premium? Well, premium is for the power users. You go from one faucet configuration all the way up to 25. You go from a single trivia question to full 10 question sessions with automatic payouts. And you unlock brand new stuff like 50/50 raffles and even custom hog battles. But hold on, what if you could get all those premium features, the whole shebang, without paying that monthly fee? Well, FarmBot has built a really clever system for its core community to get full access. The key is the Hog NFT. If you own one, it's super simple. You just deposit it and lock it for 30 days. That's it. You get full premium access. The system is smart too. It relocks automatically so you don't lose access, but you can, of course, request to unlock it whenever you want. It's a brilliant way to add direct, tangible utility to holding an NFT, really rewarding those long-term supporters. Building new economies is also about building bridges between projects. And here we see that Chakra's unique tokens like $LLMA and $THA are now tradable directly through the MinSwapDex aggregator. Now, if you're not familiar, an aggregator is basically like a search engine for trading. It scours different places to find you the best possible price. This integration makes these tokens way more visible and easier to trade, which helps strengthen the entire ecosystem. So we've seen individual features and platform upgrades. But now let's zoom out and look at how a project builds a complete long-term vision from scratch. The Necro League has laid out this incredible blueprint for how their entire ecosystem is designed to function as one cohesive machine. And this quote right here, this is the key to understanding their entire philosophy. It's a studio-first model. The games are the product, the assets exist to fund and support the development of those games. And the whole system is built to reward people with long-term belief in the project, not just short-term flippers. And this is what it all looks like in action. Now, I know it looks a little complicated at first glance, but it's actually genius when you break it down. Right at the center, you've got the Soul token, which is used to activate other assets. Those assets then give you utility or a share of the profits. And it all leads to the games, which generate real revenue that then feeds right back into the ecosystem. It's a self-sustaining loop. Let's break down a couple of key parts. So, at the very heart of it all is the SOL token. It's used for everything: activation, access, you name it. But look at that last sentence. That is huge. It does not have emissions. This means the token supply doesn't inflate over time. It's a critical design choice that creates a stable foundation for their entire model. So, how do you get a piece of the studio's actual success? Well, that's where the Necron amulets come in. These are literally the assets that give you a share of the profits. And the way you create them is by first locking your SOL tokens to get amulet shards, and then burning those shards. It creates this really clear path from engaging with the core token to having a real, tangible stake in how well the studio performs. All right, for our final section, we're actually stepping away from the screen. We're going to look at projects that are bridging the digital and the physical worlds. This is where code meets concrete, connecting these on-chain assets to real-world value, real-world projects, and exclusive access. And this isn't some fuzzy, abstract idea. This is a literal architectural plan. The Walkers project has shared the exact layout for a real-world building they're developing, right down to the square meterage for the basement, the parking spots, the apartments, everything. This level of detail makes the whole thing incredibly real and transparent. A plan is one thing, but a roadmap shows you they mean business. And here we see the whole timeline laid out, from the concept being finalized right now to getting permits, starting sales, and then here's the crucial link back to the token. After the sales, they're going to use the proceeds for WLK token buybacks. This directly connects the success of the real-world building to the value of the digital token. And here's another form of real-world value: exclusivity. Melting Moons is using its NFTs as digital keys, basically. They're creating private, gated Discord channels that will be essential to get access to a whole new fourth stream of passive income. And for a tiny collection of just 349 NFTs, holding one becomes your all-access pass to exclusive financial opportunities. So there you have it. We've seen foundational tech getting stronger, entirely new economies being designed, and digital assets being tied to actual real-world outcomes. This is the true pulse of progress, and it's all happening right now, far away from all the hype. It really leaves us with one final, exciting question. As that line between code and concrete continues to blur, what in the world is going to be built next?